Yeah.
Committee.
Yeah.
Okay, but the decisions that are made for our union in terms of who we endorse as political candidates in city, state, and federal government, and who gets campaign funds from our union, that decision is made by one person, the president. That political action committee is something that's put together to make it look like it's a democratic decision made by many or made by a committee. Those decisions are made by one person. One person.
So
and actually years ago, there was more democracy in our union because, what happens is as time goes by, it seems like every president seems to find more ways to make this more dictatorial, has more courage to try things, to stand tall against 46,500 union members with no fear of anybody being able to stop anything, because it's just become our tradition of doing nothing, just talking, but not putting together anything that has any real legal substance that can be legally enforced in a court of law, because that's what it's going to take. And that's all I want to talk about. I want to take the president to court and have the judge tell him that he has to step down and that he doesn't have the power anymore and that he has to comply with the will of the membership, because it says so in our bylaws.
You're asking for an outside entity to remove a person that was voted into office. Can the judge do that?
Actually, I'm asking the judge to take away the power that we're asking to be taken away.
But
I'm not asking a judge to impeach him or to take him out of his position. I'm asking a judge to strip him of his financial power.
But the powers that were given to the president, these are things that were voted upon, I guess, from the international and things of that nature. So how?
No, hold on. The international does not participate in voting concerning anything that has to do with our bylaws. Nothing. Zero.
Okay.
Does not have the authority.
So an outside entity of a judicial nature can come in and strip the union president of power.
Yes, because the membership asks for it. It's in the bylaws that we have the right to ask for it. And if the president doesn't comply, and after we go to the international and they don't comply, then it's all in the Constitution. It says that we can take him to court. It says it, black and white, very specific, very clear.
But this has never been.
I'm following the books.
But this has never been done before, correct?
That's correct. But it could be, and it could have been. But understand one thing, this has been very difficult putting this together. I spent over $20,000 alone just over the last 3 years, but I've been spending money for years. It's not easy. I'm out in the field like you wouldn't believe. I'm out in the field at least 5 days a week.
At what particular point with spending all of this money that you come to a conclusion that, maybe this may not work because you spent all this money?
Well, with every failure, I get smarter. And with every failure, I still get a lot of support. It just wasn't enough. Each time I get more support, it just hasn't been enough yet. But it looks like it's getting there now. This is the first time.
Mr. Allen, have you reached out to the other candidates who are running for president regarding this? And what were their answers if you have reached out to them?
Well, Evangeline Byers said she was going to help me, but that's been quite a while now, and she hasn't actually done that. She's not even on the letter herself. But anyway,
you're running for president, and so is she. So yes. There's a conflict there.
Okay, well, then there's a conflict. I'm just telling you what she said. That's all I'm saying.
It might be a conflict, but it's for the betterment of the union.
Well, I'm just answering the question.
Yes, sir.
You can make your own, opinion.
Is there anyone else that has any questions for Mr. Ireland?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is if this is something we need to consider due to the fact that if you're going to try to run and have a decent and fair chance in an election, we're going to have to change the process. That's for sure. Or else we just bumping our heads up against the wall. The manipulation of elections we've seen with our own eyes ourselves. I had members that got their ballots on the day of the count, and were calling me saying, "Staley, I just got my ballot today," and so forth. So there's got to be a concerted effort put forth as we go forward on this issue right here, or else these people will be right back in office again, and we'll be talking the same thing all over again.
Cool.
Yeah. I'd like to share my idea about the elections committee also. Actually, I brought the elections committee chairman up on charges also, Aquilino Castro.
What was the result of that? You bringing him up on charges? What happened?
He was all part of the charges that I brought against Witchard, same package.
What happened?
also-
What was the end result?
Well, the majority of the executive board voted in favor of dismissing it.
Okay, see, here's the problem that I have, sir. You put forth these ideas to get the job done, and it's ready, it's hot, it can make a difference, but then you have the board voting you down.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I don't need the board. I just need the membership. I knew that it was destined. I knew the charges were destined to fail because the president controls the executive board. But I don't need the board. I need the membership.
So the only one that actually backed you up in the e-board was John Ferretti and nobody else. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, well, I hope that the members are listening to this, because that tells you what kind of e-board this is, that Lee's over here trying to help us out, and the e-board is doing everything that the president is telling them because he controls them. He controls them, like Lee said, because he can always send them back to their tools. And a lot of these guys, there's a saying down here is that what is it?
release time?
Release time is a drug. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
the hell of
addictive.
a drug.
Yeah, it's a hell of a drug. It's very addictive.
Well, I could say this. You in RTO, Lee, right?
Yes, sir.
You mean your fellow RTO people on the e-board, they not supporting you as well?
The only one that supported me was John Ferretti.
There you go. Okay, that's nice to hear, because you get all these people up there and they talk all of this smack about what's going on in the union and what they want to do, but they still knuckle down and kowtow to the system that's in place within the union hall. But they come outdoors and they talk all of this garbage about, oh, we need to do this. When it's self-beneficial to them, then they want to talk and run their mouths. Not looking at the big picture is not just for them. It could be for everybody if we us all unite and get the system out of our union hall first, and then we'll deal with the other issues as they come along. But no, people are so selfish that they run around and they put stories out about doing this, put stories out about doing that, and
it speaks for a lot about the people that's running for president too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that this man right here is running for president and he's willing to do this, you know what I'm saying, to stop the president from having that much power. You know what I'm saying? Because no one person should have that much power over all of the members in the union, yo. Now, the fact that he's out here pushing it to try to get it changed, and Evangeline don't want to come on board, make you think.
Yeah.
If I can convince everybody to get him out and I get in, I got the power. But she won't be Tupac. She won't have the juice.
That's true, son. That's true. That's what I kept telling you. Watch.
Yo, fellas, I got to get out of here, man. I got to go to work.
All right, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
We got you.
Can I say one more thing real quick? So all I'm trying to say is anyone that's elected should get paid because everybody needs a paycheck to live, but they shouldn't get paid by the president. That's all I'm saying. That's a manipulative move. They should be mandated in the bylaws of our union that if you are elected by the membership, you are guaranteed a job to work for the membership. That's what I'm looking for. And I hope we're all looking for that.
All right, Mr. Island.
Or to rephrase it, you're guaranteed a job to represent the members that voted you in to do the job.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.